Hello, I'm Monty with the San Antonio Public Library. Welcome to Parman Cafe's digital presentation in honor of Native American Heritage Month. Today, I want to bring to your attention a book that was written by a Native American writer that, if you're not already familiar with, you definitely will want to be. The title of the book is Housemaid of Dawn, which was written by Navarre Scott Momaday. And this book really was a pioneering work in Native American literature. Housemaid of Dawn was first published in 1968, and it would impressively receive the Pulitzer Prize for fiction the very next year after it was publicly released. Momaday, who was himself of Kiowa descent, grew up on Native American reservations in Arizona, where he was also exposed to the traditions of the other tribes, such as the Navajo, the Apache, and the Pueblo. Unsurprisingly, the material for the book is largely drawn from these traditions, and the characters and the events in the book are often composites of real people and events that Momaday experienced while he was on the reservation. Momaday's book centers on a Native American veteran named Abel, who returns to his reservation traumatized by his experiences during World War II. The title of the book, Housemaid of Dawn, is a reference to a Native American concept or idea of a world that is inhabited by people who have been disconnected from their spiritual bonds to the land and to the people, and is exactly this kind of world that Abel now inhabits at the outset of the novel upon his return from the war. Soon after his return, Abel has an affair with a wealthy Caucasian woman named Angela, whom he ends up working for upon his discharge from the US military. Their relationship has parallels to a Navajo myth about a bear and a maiden. And while the relationship helps Angela through a difficult time, it does not settle Abel's discontent. His restlessness is clearly evident when, after losing a horsemanship contest to a Caucasian man, Abel proceeds to kill him with a knife. Soon after, the two men meet in a bar and decide to take their quarrel with each other outside the bar. Predictably, Abel is soon after arrested and serving time. He serves 6 years in prison before he's released in Los Angeles, California. Abel then attempts to find comfort in new relationships in Los Angeles, but ultimately he succumbs to drinking as a coping mechanism that results in him losing his job, most of his relationships, and engaging in another fight that leaves him hospitalized. Fortunately, he finds once again a meaningful connection with Angela, in which this time she is the one that helps him with his recovery. This development in their relationship thus further creates parallels to a Navajo myth about a bear and a maiden that Momaday makes a point to delineate in the book. Abel then returns to his reservation to help his dying grandfather. As he nears his end, his grandfather tells him stories from his youth and stresses that Abel needs to stay connected to his people. His grandfather also tells him about their burial rituals. Upon his grandfather's death, Abel performs these burial rituals for his grandfather, which also involves running. And by performing this ritual, he begins to feel connected to his people once again. In summation, I highly recommend Housemaid of Dawn, not only for the fact that it is a pioneering work and a recognized classic, but also because it will enrich the reader's understanding of the traditions and the experiences of the Native Americans, especially during the immediate post-World War II era. Hope to enjoy this presentation. For more information about our library, please visit mysapl.org or call 210-207-2500. Thank you.